everybody, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. My name's Steve, and this is Northwest Small Batch Brewing, and this video is a follow-up to the video I did with Gnome Brewing, a collaboration where we made a peated porter, a smoked, porter using peated malt. And I've made a couple changes to the recipe. Really nothing major. I added some dextrin malt for head retention, and of course, as you can tell from the title, this is going to be a hardwood smoked porter as opposed to peated, so I can compare the two types of smoke at the end of the video here. And I did switch out a malt, which I'll talk about. Well, I can talk about it now. So I'm trying to think what was the original, oh, it was an amber, right? A crispy amber. It was difficult to find. I had to only go to one outlet to get it, and then I had to pay extra shipping. So I swapped the amber out for Victory malt, which was pretty similar, and I think will be just fine. So let's get going here. Let me take you through the brew day. Let's start with the grain bill. So to start with, I have black malt, just like the other beer. Same amount, 0.46 pounds of black malt, 500 Lovibond. Then I have some chocolate malt, again, same as the other beer, 350 Lovibond, 0.46 pounds. 2-row. 2 Lovibond, of course, 2-row, 2 Lovibond, 6.7 pounds. Followed by brown malt, 65 Lovibond, 2.43 pounds. Here's the Victory malt I was talking about, 28 Lovibond, 1.08 pounds. And finally, or maybe not finally, but Breeze Cherry Wood Smoked Malt, 5 Lovibond, 1.14 pounds. And then, as I said, I added some carapils, 0.61 pounds for head retention, and a couple handfuls of rice hulls for allowing the water to flow through. So let's get started with the brew day. Strike water. So set your strike water, and then we're mashing in at 153 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 hour. After that hour, I'm going to top mash the dark grains. So I held out the black malt and the chocolate malt, and just gently mix those into the top. Don't try to agitate the bottom of your grain bed. Just get them, saturated with water. 20 to 30 minutes, those are going to sit there, and then you know what time it is. It's time to drain the grain, folks. So go ahead and pull the grain out, let it drain, and start heating up the water to a boil. So today's hops are Willamette hops. The recipe calls for 4.5 alpha acid. You should probably already know this by now, but hops can vary from season to season. So in this case, we're looking at 6% alpha acid is what was on my Willamette hops. Something to consider is checking your recipe. So if your hops come in at a different alpha acid, you may need to adjust how much you add, or add less, depending, so your bitterness stays the same. So first boil addition, 1 ounce of Willamette hops going in. So it has been a bit, and we're going to add the second boil addition. This is a 10-minute addition, 1/2 ounce of Willamette hops. So the boil is finished. Take a reading if you want. And my gravity actually hit right at 1055, which is exactly, I think that's exactly where I wanted it. Yeah, 1055. So that's exactly where I want it. Now I'm going to do a no chill. So wrap up your kettle, seal it up however you want to seal it, and set it aside to chill overnight. So it's morning now. The wort is at 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and we are good to go to sanitize a fermenter and then transfer the beer. Now that the beer's been transferred, it's time to pitch the yeast. I'm using Safale SO4. And after I pitch the yeast, we get the fun of aerating. In this case, I'm going to just pick up the fermenter and shake the bejesus out of it for about 60 seconds. And finally, put the lid on, stick an airlock on it, and you're all set for probably about a month. So I'll keep an eye on this, and I will be back in probably about a month. I'm going to keg this one rather than bottle it like I did the last one, and we'll taste it and see how it turns out. So I'll see you in a few days.
Oh my.
One eternity later.
All right, everybody. It is the final countdown. I mean, the final taste down. The final. You made it. You're here. So I just poured this one. This is the one out of the keg. And it is bizarre that it still has zero head retention. There is something about this beer that does not allow it to have any head retention. And this one has carapils in it. So it's very strange. Very strange. I don't know what it is about this one, but it does not want to have any head retention. This is the peated one that I made with Gnome Brewing. This is the peat smoked. And I had a couple bottles of this one left so I could compare. And as you can see, or maybe can't, I don't know, but even when I try and make some head on that one, very similar, not much of anything. So let's try the old one first, the one that's with peat smoke. I will say, and I already knew this because I've been trying, I've had a few since. It's been, what, a month and a half, 2 months. The peat smoke has become much stronger over time. Still undercarbonated. I didn't do a very good job with bottle carbing these. Very subtle. I actually enjoy that quite a bit. If it had a little bit more carbonation, it definitely helped to let it age for a bit. This one is not aged. It's directly off of the keg, so we'll see. Ooh. Ooh. I'm trying to... how to describe this. Definitely different smoke aroma. It's definitely a difference. I'm not sure I could tell one from the other blind, but... well, this one has the right carbonation. Now this one finished like at 10-11, so it's much drier, which is where it was supposed to finish. It's a much drier, and even though it's thinner, I don't know if it's the extra alcohol content in it from it, you know, attenuating, but it just tastes cleaner. And wow, I don't know. I thought for sure in my mind that I would prefer the HardWood smoked beer. But this one has much better mouthfeel because it didn't attenuate out, and so it's a little sweeter, a little smoother. I like them both. I think that I would like the HardWood smoked better if it was a little sweeter, if it didn't attenuate out quite as much as it did. And I don't know what the heck happened with the head retention on this one, but if it tastes good and it doesn't make you sick, it's all good. That's it. That's all I have. If I didn't say it already, make sure you subscribe so you can turn on your notifications and know when I put out my next video. And other than that, I'll see you when I see you. Thanks for stopping by, and keep on brewing. Cheers.